Greetings from the Oceanside, California, where the NBA meets the world. Tonight, the Los Angeles Clippers, fresh off a 50-win season that ended in a hard-fought first-round playoff loss to the Denver Nuggets, take the floor for the 25-26 preseason against the Guangzhou Loong Lions of the Chinese Basketball Association. For the Clippers, it's a season of reinvention, new faces, old veterans, and a chance to redefine expectations. For the Loong Lions, it's a rare opportunity to test themselves against the elite of American basketball and to show the global growth of their game. Hello, I'm Ryder Bullock. Welcome to the Hardwood Report. We are coming to you live from the Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, California. It is the first anniversary of the Front Wave Arena. The Clippers christened this building a year ago, and now they are back. Tonight, though, it's more than a preseason matchup. It's a meeting of basketball cultures, a bridge between continents, and a glimpse of what might be for the Clippers this year. Let's get caught up. Last season, LA surged late to clinch the number 5 seed in the Western Conference on an 18-3 run. James Harden was once again all-star caliber. Kawhi Leonard returned from a lingering knee injury, giving the Clippers the steady two-way presence they had been missing. Ivica Zubac and Norman Powell had career seasons, but for the third consecutive year, the postseason ended in disappointment, a Game 7 loss to the Denver Nuggets. But the offseason brought change, perhaps the most significant in recent years. Re-signing of Harden and Nicholas Batum were expected, yet LA made headline-grabbing additions. Bradley Beal, Chris Paul, Brook Lopez, and John Collins. The front office has retooled their roster around Leonard and Harden, aiming to replace the scoring loss in Norman Powell's departure and to inject depth where it was needed most. Let's talk about the backcourt. James Harden, in his 16th season, remains one of the game's most prolific playmakers, a 22.8 assist performer who just passed Ray Allen to set second all-time in three-pointers made. Harden orchestrated one of the league's most efficient guard-big pairings last year, assisting Ivica Zubac an NBA high 209 times. Now, with a healthy Kawhi Leonard by his side and the additions of Bradley Beal and Chris Paul, the Clippers hope to elevate an offense that ranked 20th in scoring and 25th in three-pointers made last season. Beal brings off-ball shooting and scoring versatility, while Paul brings a floor management style that will help orchestrate the team's offense and take some burden off Harden. The front court sees similar changes. John Collins provides a stretch presence, Brook Lopez adds veteran shooting and rim protection, and Ivica Zubac anchors the paint. Depth is no longer a question. The real question, though, is chemistry. Will these veteran stars and new additions click fast enough to make the Clippers a contender in a stacked Western Conference? And now the global element. The Guangzhou Loong Lions, founded in 2000. This franchise has evolved through multiple identities. They were the Shanghai Lions, the Foshan Dare Lions, and now the Guangzhou Loong Lions, coached by Nathaniel Mitchell. They bring speed, discipline, and a pride of Chinese basketball to this encounter. This is not just an exhibition, it's an experience for players and fans alike, a reminder that basketball is a game without borders. Looking at the Loong Lions' recent preseason outing against the San Diego Spurs, a few key points stand out. The Lions shot an efficient 53.8% from the field and 39.5% from three. Numbers indicate they can score in multiple ways. Frank Kaminsky led this team with 22 points on 8 of 15 shooting, while Victor Oladipo added 20 points and 5 assists. Justin Holiday came off the bench to chip in 14 points, showing the depth and experience of this roster. Their rebounding was particularly impressive, 52 total boards, including 15 offensive rebounds. In contrast, the Spurs managed just 30 rebounds. That second chance efficiency, combined with fast break points, 20 for the Loong Lions to just 5 for the San Antonio Spurs, shows a team that moves well in transition and isn't afraid to attack the paint. They scored 54 points in the paint to 20 for the Spurs, a testament to Kaminsky, Oladipo, and the size inside. Defensively, the Lions showed promise. recording 14 steals and 8 blocks, though turnovers were a concern with 23 giveaways, yielding 20 points off turnovers for the Spurs against an NBA caliber team like the Clippers. Minimizing mistakes will be crucial. So while the Clippers enter the floor tonight as a clear favorite, the Loong Lions have the tools, NBA veterans, size, and scoring versatility to test this young and retooled roster in the early stages of preseason competition. Tip-off coming your way in about 26 minutes from now. A lot of cultural events taking place on the court. The Chinese Cultural Center of San Diego on the court dancing as we speak. Tip-off of the Loong Lions and the Clippers coming your way in about 26 minutes from now. Let's continue with the Hardwood Report. 6 days into training camp, Tyronn Lue decided to shape things up. No longer confined to the practice floor of the Intuit Dome, the Clippers took to the main arena in Oceanside. A change of scenery designed to simulate the game environment and see how this reconstructed roster responds under pressure. Alongside the stars, there's a spotlight on the young players. Yannick, Krunen, Nita Hauser, the Clippers' first-round pick from Penn State, is already impressing coaches with his mobility and basketball IQ. Trenton Flowers and Jason Preston are also making their case for meaningful minutes. As Lou noted, the team is proud of the way the young guys progressed over the summer, and this exhibition slate provides the first real test. One notable absent tonight will be Bradley Beal, nursing a mid-mild knee injury. He scrimmaged earlier in the week and expects to be ready for the regular season opener on October 22nd in Utah. Still, the rest of the roster is available, giving Lou a full look at how the team moves, passes, and defends against a legitimate opponent, the Guangzhou Loong Lions. The Lions of the Chinese Basketball Association bring an international challenge, some international flair, almost like a FIBA tune-up game. Their roster features multiple American-born players with NBA experience, including Frank Kaminsky, who scored 22 points against the Spurs in a recent exhibition, and Victor Oladipo, the 11-year NBA veteran, handling the point guard duties. Justin Holiday adds depth off the bench. The Clippers will be facing not just a foreign opponent, but a team with familiarity of the NBA game. This game is just the first of 4 preseason contests before the regular season begins. The Clippers' journey will continue against the Denver Nuggets, Sacramento Kings, and Golden State Warriors. All opportunities to refine rotations, experiment with lineups, and give the coaching staff a clear picture of how this team can perform when it counts. Tonight in Oceanside, it's about more than points and assists. It's about building cohesion, establishing identity, and giving the Clippers new pieces and their young talent a taste of NBA-level competition before the regular season begins. It is the Los Angeles Clippers and the Guangzhou Loong Lions of China. Say that 5 times fast. One name that American viewers might recognize is Victor Oladipo. Once an all-star poised for superstardom, he's faced setback after setback, yet never surrendered his love for the game or his belief in himself. This is Victor Oladipo, a portrait of grit and grace. Victor Oladipo's journey begins in Silver Spring, Maryland, but it is in Upper Marlboro where his story truly takes root. Born on May 4th, 1992 to Nigerian immigrants, Victor was raised in a household grounded in discipline, faith, and unwavering work ethic. His mother, a nurse, and his father instilled values that would shape not only his approach to basketball, but his character off the court. With 3 sisters, including a pair of twins, family was and remains a central pillar in his life. Basketball entered his world early. After playing CYO basketball at St. Jerome Academy in Hyattsville, Maryland, he moved on to the storied program at DeMartha Catholic High School. They emerged as a force, averaging 11.9 points, 10.3 rebounds, and 3.6 blocks per game as a senior, leading DeMartha to a 32-4 record and a WCAC championship. Though ranked outside the top 50 shooting guards nationally, Oladipo's combination of athleticism, defensive intensity, and relentless work ethic drew the attention of Indiana University. Choosing the Hoosiers over other colleges, he said, is like a basketball atmosphere everywhere you go. Bloomington, Indiana is a basketball town. Hoosier hysteria, Bobby Knight. That's perfect. At Indiana, Oladipo evolved quickly. A freshman contributing off the bench, he showed flashes of defense and brilliance. By his junior season, he had transformed into a national star, a two-way player who anchored a Big Ten championship team while earning accolades including Sporting News Player of the Year, Co-Defensive Player of the Year from the NABC, and Consensus First Team All-American honors. His efficiency was remarkable, fourth in the nation in field goal percentage, and combine that with a defensive tenacity that made him one of the perimeter premier stoppers in college basketball. The Orlando Magic selected Oladipo with the second overall pick in the 2013 NBA draft, and he made an immediate impact. In a rookie season filled with milestones, including a historic shared first triple-double with Michael Carter Williams, he quickly earned a reputation as a dynamic scorer and relentless defender. Trades would follow, first to Oklahoma City and then to the Indiana Pacers, where Oladipo's stars shone brightest. His 27-18 season was a career-defining campaign. He averaged 23.1 points, 5.2 rebounds, 4.3 assists, led the league in steals, and earned NBA Most Improved Player honors, along with All-NBA Third Team and All-Defensive First Team selections. Injuries would challenge him. Devastating knee and quadricep setbacks, but Oladipo's resilience became a defining characteristic. Each return to the court was marked by determination and flashes of brilliance that first captivated Pacer fans. Brief stints with the Houston Rockets and Miami Heat added chapters to his career, each defined by professionalism, leadership, and unwavering commitment to the game. Today, Oladipo continues his journey overseas with the Guangzhou Loong Lions, scoring 20 points in a recent preseason game, while also sharing his insight as an ESPN analyst. His career, a tapestry of triumph, adversity, and relentless pursuit of excellence, serves as a reminder that greatness in basketball and in life is as much about heart as it is about talent. Victor Oladipo's story is one of perseverance, skills, and grace under pressure, a story that, much like the game he loves, is never finished. Tonight, in 19 minutes, a two-time NBA All-Star steps on the court. And when he does, you're watching not just a player, but a journey, a testament to perseverance and passion for the game. Clippers and the Guangzhou Loong Lions coming your way in about 18 minutes. There are stories, coming out of the NBA today. Here's what's trending in basketball. Let's get to this big news in basketball today. Eric Spoelstra, yes, the Miami Heat coach, is expected to become the next head coach of the U.S. men's national basketball team for the 2027 World Cup in Qatar and the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. Now, it's not official yet. USA Basketball hasn't made the announcement. They'll probably do that after their board meetings later this month. But this is happening. Spoelstra is the guy. Spoelstra, who served as a lead assistant on Team USA's 2024 gold medal squad, continues the program's coaching succession plan established by Managing Director Grant Hill. where assistants are promoted to head coach in the next Olympic cycle. Sapolstra follows a line of coaches that include Mike Krzyzewski, Greg Popovich, and Kerr, a two-time NBA champion and the longest tenured active coach in the league. Sapolstra has led Miami to 6 final appearances and ranks 5th all-time in NBA playoff wins. Team USA captured gold at the 2024 Paris Olympics, defeating France 98-87 for its 5th straight Olympic title and 17th overall. Looking ahead to 2028 in Los Angeles, the roster could see major changes. Veterans like Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and LeBron James may step aside, while emerging stars such as Paolo Banchero, Cade Cunningham, Chet Holmgren, and Cooper Flagg are expected to be in the mix. On the women's side, Duke coach Kara Lawson will lead Team USA through the 2028 Olympic cycle. Breaking news from the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers will begin the season without their cornerstone. LeBron James has been sidelined for at least 3 to 4 weeks due to scatesia on his right side. The 40-year-old star, entering his 23rd NBA season, will miss the start of the 25-26 campaign. The Lakers say they'll take a cautious approach with his recovery. For now, Los Angeles will have to lean on Luka Doncic and a deeper supporting cast to carry the load until LeBron returns. The annual NBA.com General Manager Survey crowned the Oklahoma City Thunder as the overwhelming favorite to repeat as NBA champions, with 80% of GMs picking them to win a second straight title, a feat not achieved since the Golden State Warriors in 2018. The Cleveland Cavaliers and Denver Nuggets also received a few votes, while Houston and the New York Knicks each earned 1. Western Conference favorites, the Thunder 87%, the Nuggets 10, Rockets 1, followed by Timberwolves, Warriors, Clippers, Lakers, Mavericks, and Spurs. Eastern Conference favorites, Cavaliers the overwhelming majority at 63, the Knicks 30, the Magic 7, other top finishes Hawks, Pistons, Bucks, Sixers, and the Celtics. Player award and superlatives, the MVP favorite is Nikola Jokic at 67%. Player to start a franchise with Victor Wembanyama, 83%. Breakout player Amen Thompson, 30%. Best at each position, the point guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, shooting guard Anthony Edwards, shooting forward Luka Doncic, with Tatum, Durant, LeBron, and Kawhi also receiving votes. Power forward Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the center Nikola Jokic. Off-season and team trends. Best off-season, the Hawks at 53%, followed by the Rockets and the Nuggets. Most impactful move, Rockets trade for Kevin Durant. Most improved team, the Magic. Most underrated move, Magic trading for Desmond Bane. Best defensive team, the Thunder. Rookie and individual highlights. Rookie of the Year favorite is Cooper Flagg. Best rookie in 5 years, Cooper Flagg. Biggest draft steal was the Heat. That was Yuknosius. Best defensive player, Wembanyama, 80%. Best coach, Eric Spoelstra, 52% for the 6th straight year. Best passer / highest IQ, Jokic. Most versatile player, Wembanyama and Giannis, with 30% each. Best clutch shooter, Stephen Curry, 47%. Bottom line is this: the GMs view Oklahoma City as the league's new standard bearer, with Jokic and Wembanyama dominating the individual categories, and a young core of Flagg, Amen Thompson, and Edwards signaling a generational shift in NBA stardom. The Indiana Pacers backup point guard TJ McConnell will miss at least a month after suffering a hamstring injury in the team's first preseason game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Coach Rick Carlisle confirmed today. Carlisle noted the injury isn't as bad as it could have been, but recovery will still take time to bolster their backcourt depth. The Pacers signed veteran Cameron Payne to a training camp contract and waived Delon Wright, who also left the preseason opener with a head injury. The 33-year-old McConnell averaged 9.1 points and 4 assists last season and played as a key role in Indiana's run to the NBA Finals, where he posted 9.5 points and 4 assists per game in the playoffs. With All-Star Tyrese Halliburton already out for the season after tearing his Achilles in Game 7 of the Finals, Andrew Nembhard will take over as the Pacers' starting point guard. Indiana's opener in the regular season is October 23rd against the Thunder, a Finals rematch. That is what's trending in the NBA. We are 10 minutes from the Los Angeles Clippers and the Guangzhou Loong Lions. There is a story making waves in the NBA this offseason that sounds like something out of a financial thriller as much as a basketball drama. It centers on Kawhi Leonard, the LA Clippers, and team owner Steve Ballmer. Here's what's being alleged. In 2022, Leonard reportedly signed a $28 million endorsement deal with a company called Aspiration, a financial firm that conveniently Ballmer had invested in. The allegation is that this wasn't a typical endorsement. Rather, it was a no-show contract. In other words, Leonard allegedly didn't have to do much, if any, work to collect the money. What does that mean? Well, in the NBA, teams operate under a salary cap, a limit on how much they can pay players. The claim is that this endorsement deal was structured to get around that cap, effectively giving Leonard more compensation than the rules allowed, without it officially counting against the Clippers' payroll. So who's involved? Kawhi Leonard, of course, the superstar player of the Clippers. Steve Ballmer, the owner who invested in Aspiration, and the company itself, which filed for bankruptcy earlier this year. So what's happening now? Well, the NBA has launched a formal investigation. They hired the law firm Watchwell, Lipton, Rosen, and Katz to take a close look at the details. The responses so far, Leonard says the reports are conspiracy and that he fulfilled the obligations of his contract. Ballmer admits he invested in Aspiration, but claims he didn't fully understand the financial missteps the company later faced. The Clippers, meanwhile, deny any wrongdoing, and at the end of the day, we're waiting to see what the investigation uncovers. But make no mistake, if these allegations are true, it would be one of the more unusual salary cap controversies in NBA history, blending the world of corporate finance and professional basketball in ways we rarely see. Tip-off in about 7 minutes from now. Before we send you to the court, let's break down a few keys to this matchup. Number one, ball movement and spacing. The Clippers' offseason additions, Chris Paul, Bradley Beal, were brought in to relieve the offensive load on James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. How well the ball moves and how effectively the Clippers can space the floor will determine if their offense can fire at full potential. Number two, rebounding and paint presence. The Loong Lions showed against the Spurs that they can dominate the glass and score in the paint. LA will need to control the boards and protect the interior to limit second chance points. Number three, integration of new pieces. Tyronn Lue's challenge tonight is to see how veterans and young players mesh, from John Collins stretching the floor to Yannick Cronin Niedenhauser showing what he can do at the center position. Preseason is the time to find chemistry before the regular season begins. My X factor tonight is James Harden. It's not just what he scores or the milestones he's chasing, though he's nearly the top 10 in all time in points. It's how he elevates everyone around him. If Harden orchestrates this team effectively tonight, distributing to Paul, Beal, and the young players, the Clippers will look like a team capable of challenging the West elite. But if he struggles, the chemistry question will linger well into the regular season. Tonight's game is about more than the scoreboard. It's a glimpse of what could be. The first step in building cohesion, evaluating new faces, and blending veteran leadership with youthful energy. This matchup is a perfect blend of experimentation and insight. Tyronn Lue will watch rotations, evaluate the chemistry of his new veterans, Paul Beal, Lopez, Collins, and give his young players a taste of international level competition, while the Loong Lions measure themselves against NBA talent and look for areas of improvement before their CBA season. As the Clippers and the Guangzhou Loong Lions take the court here in Oceanside, we are reminded that basketball is, at its heart, both a global game and a story of adaptation. The Clippers adapting to a new roster, a new backcourt, and a new season's expectations. And the Loong Lions adapting to NBA-level competition. Tonight, the court is a proving ground. The players are the storytellers. And for those of us who love this game, it's a chance to witness a new chapter unfold. That'll do it for us here on the Hardwood Report. I'm Ryder Bullock. We will see you at halftime.